I'm John Fox on channel John West. I'm having a Stephen sausage roll adventure. And got 170 sausages. Feel like I'm doing pretty well. I thought I was doing pretty well about like 20 episodes ago, but apparently there are a lot more levels than I originally suspected there would be. Now, I actually tried recording this episode about 40 minutes ago, and I didn't have any background sound, but I do appear to have background sound. All I had to do was completely reinstall my recording software for some reason. Anyway, I'll bring you up to speed. I basically did this. I did this. I didn't do that. I did that. I did that. And then I thought to myself, I can do this. And if I could do that one more, you know, if I could do this and move upwards like that, I'd be next to that ladder, which I could... What? Wait, what? Sorry, was I always able to do that? And am I just being stupid? Okay. Huh. Okay, I just really wasn't expecting that to happen. Now I'm incredibly confused, because that's not how what the hell did I do to start the level before then? Alright, maybe I want that. Like that. I must have already tried that the first time around. So don't be surprised, John. That's not a surprise at all. Alright, cool. We want to do that with this, don't we? That's it. That's it. Okay, cool. And how do we go about doing that? That's an interesting place to place that, isn't there? It's been about a week since I played, so I've probably forgotten a bunch of stuff. Also not what I want to do, but whatever. John does not work like that. Okay, but I've got a plan still. Even if I've confused myself quite a lot. But that's obviously not going to work. Okay. Okay, here's an idea. I can already see an issue. Which is the only way to get that out is like that. But that's the position I want to be in, I think. Yes. Not really sure how I do that. I can, of course, start this there. Doesn't really make that much difference, to be honest. That's also interesting. That moves it. Right. Yeah, originally when I did this episode, I'd set myself a arbitrary time limit. Which is now gone. What if I do this? There we go! What? No, no, that doesn't seem like it's right at all. However, something like that. No, it doesn't make sense, John. Hey, you were so proud of yourself, weren't you? Alright. I want to hang something there. Somehow. I'll do that again. How do I do this? I don't know, John. That's otherwise you'd have done it by now, wouldn't you? No, okay. Can't wedge it anywhere. If I could hook this in there from the other side. Right. We do have sound, that's good. Huh. The one place I don't want a sausage is in there, because that's the space I need. Actually, is that true? Yeah, I think it is. It's now in the way. Yes. If only I could... You stay in there, I've got an idea. How would that help? I don't know. Oops. Didn't realise that would keep going like that. Right, maybe I could do a temporary thing, like this. Right? Yes. Not sure how that helps actually, John, but... So... Okay, this might do it. Aha! Has that given me anything useful? I don't know, but it seems like it's... It took me a while to get there, so... Right. That's done nothing for me. But... We're thinking, right? We're thinking. We're coming up with ideas. Also, my camera's too low. I'm just gonna do... Hello, mouse. Options. Not that button. Right, let's try that again. It's very professional. Settings. There we go. I'm just gonna pan. I'm gonna tilt even. There we go. Slightly less wasted space. Right. It took me so long to get this up here, didn't it? And it's given me nothing. So... So what? What am I doing? It's not making any sense to me. Let's just do that. That was the old thing we could do. Why does it give me the option to do that? That's also interesting, isn't it? Not only that, but I can roll it. That obviously does something useful. But what? And why does it give me 2 routes up? Okay. Because that's the only way off, right? I'm just going to shove that into the middle. So let's try and do what I did before, but carrying a sausage. Somehow. Well, I can't get up there with a sausage. That's sort of the issue, isn't it? I'm really stumped. It's making me feel very dumb. I can see what it gets me. I've got this little bridge I can go across for myself. And I'm trying to think of... What law... You know what? I've got an idea, actually. That has actually given me an idea. Which is, can I lift the entire thing? One thing I just realised is that I think could lift the sausage. There we go. That is new, right? That's something that's new. I don't know what to do with that piece of information, but and that I can sort of use it, push it around with this. Yes. Okay, that's got to be something. Ooh, no, that's just made it useless again. What does that do for me? Why did that work like that? Huh. I mean, it's interesting. I can't try and catch it. Also, as fun as it might be to do that, yes. It would be cool if I could turn this. How do I get it to move over there? Okay. Damn it. You can't even climb up like that anyway, John. What are you doing? I don't know. I just don't know what to do with that information. But it's all something, right? Something is happening. Did not mean to do that. I can't use it as a bridge anyway, because it only works as a bridge when it's like that. Which I can do at any time. That's kind of interesting, I think. It's somewhere where it's not been before. Why? Who knows? Huh. What are you doing, John? That's interesting. I can keep turning. But now I have my own bridge. What can I do with this information? Nothing as far as I can tell. Normally I have a sort of vague idea of what to do, but I can't get to that place. Whereas this, I seem to have lots of options, but I don't know what to do with those options. And it's quite frustrating, I'm not going to lie. So I need a plan. Yeah, it's good. It must have something to do with this. I mean, we can start again. I'm pretty confident now that I can get that. I can do all sorts of things like that. You say that? Yeah, there we go. Right. I have my options. Just what are we doing with those options? If I could find a way. Right, there was a bit where I had sausage on sausage action, which I'm pretty sure everyone was incredibly excited about. So, there we go. So how did that work? Okay, what's this? Oh, well, that'll do. I want it central. That's kind of interesting. What are we achieving? That is what I was trying to achieve. Okay. Why? I'm not sure still. I mean, I can't get there. No. What? That's not what I'm trying to get. What I'm trying to do is... I'm not sure. There's this. The only way for me to get to the other side, as far as I know, is like this. And I don't have access to the sausage like that. But if it was raised up, I would. But I'd have nowhere across. Is there any other way across? Using what I've got. Yes. Yes, there is. So, I don't know. The only other way across is using a sausage, and that's... Because I can just do this. What it achieves, I have no idea, but... But it is something I can do. In fact, I can even roll this. If I want. I have no way of picking it up. That's kind of annoying. I don't know. I can see all these options I have, but nothing leads to an end. Huh. That's interesting. Huh. I kind of want the other side though, don't I? It'll fall down if I do that though. Hang on. Oh, that thing's in the way. Actually, I have no way off of this either. I may have to let you go. I just have no idea. Nothing is making sense to me. Right. I've been John Fox until John West. I've been having a Steven sausage roll adventure. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Thank you for watching.